Appreciate that, Chris. Thanks for allowing me. And again, let me apologize. I thought I was muted, but I guess I wasn't muted. So if some of you on the Zoom here heard my conversation, I want to apologize for that. But I'd like to welcome everyone to this evening's Zoom. This is just giving you a sneak peek of our new branding that we are going to be unveiling this Saturday with our company here. By the name of our company is Elapreneurs. And my name is Brian Heflin. And I have the opportunity to just share some information with you this evening. It is my privilege to be with everyone on this Zoom. I'm calling in from my home here in Las Vegas, Nevada. I know we have people on the line from all across the United States. And I'd like to just share my story with you quickly. My background is a self-employed entrepreneur since the age of 19, and there's a joke in my family that I'm unemployable because I would be the worst employee. My first company, I started at the age of 19, built a very successful business, and at the age of 30, I parlayed that money into real estate and also became a very successful real estate investor. And why I'm here is because of the opportunity. I realized to be successful in life, in business, you have to be in the right place at the right time. You know, many people start businesses and you have to have a need and a demand in the marketplace for the products that you're bringing into the market. Now, I like to say our company is a disruptive company. We're a disruptive company. Here are a few disruptive companies. Anyone ever heard of Airbnb? They didn't invent hotels, but they disrupted the hotel industry. How about another disruptive company? Uber. Uber's a disruptive company. They disrupted the taxi cab industry. And another company that's a disruptive company is Tesla. What is Tesla doing to the automotive industry? They're disrupting the automotive industry. I mean, Tesla stock in the last 12 months is up over 700%. So we're a disruptive company. And what those companies have done, they've done things better, right? They provided a better product, a better service than the companies previously before them. And our company is named Elapreneurs, and we're a disruptive company. And just give you a little bit about information about our company. We're located in Plano, Texas. Between the last 2 years in business, we've done over $200 million in sales. And let me say that again. In the last 2 years, we've done over $200 million in sales. Direct Selling News Global, they said our company, in the last couple of years, we were the 48th fastest growing company in the world. Now here's our product. Anyone on this Zoom drink coffee or tea? Of course, okay, right. Coffee is the second most traded commodity in the world. Crude oil is number one. Coffee is the second most consumed beverage in the world, water being number one. And it's an $80 billion a year industry in the United States alone. And over 170 million Americans drink 450 million cups of this beverage every day before noon. Now let me say it. That's not including the 2 or 3 cuppers. This is 170 million Americans consuming this beverage, 450 million cups daily before noon. So we definitely have a product that's in demand. And there was a survey taken. They said 55% of Americans said they would rather gain 10 pounds than give up their coffee. Is there a market? And they said over 39% of Americans said that they would rather give up this device. And we know how important this is to us, right? 39% of Americans said that they would rather give up their cell phones for a month than give up their daily cup of coffee. So what we have here is we have a product that's definitely in demand. And I'm going to turn the call over to someone because he's going to share why our products and how they're disrupting the coffee industry. And I'm going to turn the call over to Chris Swader. Chris, you mind taking over the Zoom, please?
Yes, sir. Thank you so much, Brian Heflin. So, guys, this is just flat out excited. I'm excited for you all because a little bit over 3 years ago, I was talking with a friend of mine, and he was sharing with me that he had invested in this public company. And when he did, they sent him this as a gift. And he started to drink this stuff. And you heard Brian share how many people would say, they would basically look at gaining 10 pounds over quitting their coffee. What if you could drink this and actually lose those 10 pounds? Because he started sharing with me how he started drinking this coffee that was a gift, and he noticed a few things. One, a lot of the pain that he was experiencing had subsided. His appetite had totally changed, and he started to lose a bunch of weight and didn't even know that it was the coffee causing that. It actually helped him change his diet and what he was doing because he just wasn't hungry. And with that, he was sharing all these stories and what the product was doing for him. And I just got through being sick for 2 years. I just finally had surgery. I had a bone infection that literally ruined my life. I went from making a 6-figure income to being flat broke. I was 40,000 in credit card debt. I had a $40,000 home equity line of credit I was living off of. And then in October of that year, my air condition went out. And, that was going to cost $6,000. My mortgage was a month behind. It was multiple months behind and was catching up. I lost my dream boat. So to say I was in a disempowered state is an understatement. And he started sharing how this coffee was helping him be happier. He had more energy, he had more focus, and it just changed the way that he felt. And then he started to share with me how when you take this coffee and this capsule together, basically causes your brain to naturally release these 4 happy chemicals called DOS, which is dopamine, oxytocin, serotonin, and endorphins by just simply changing what he was already doing or adding it to what he was already doing. In other words, adding it to his cup of coffee. So with that being said, to me, honestly, it sounded too good to be true. But what I realized is that if it's really doing all the things that he's saying, the worst case scenario is I would stay the same. So I was like, hey, I'm dealing with what I consider anxiety and depression, or what some people would consider that, because it wasn't like I was terrible. I just didn't feel like me anymore. And what I can tell you is that simply just my first cup of this stuff, within 15 minutes, I was calling him saying, what in the world is in this stuff and is it legal? And what he was sharing with me is like, Chris, I'm telling you, I really believe we have something amazing. I really believe basically we could go out there and impact so many people by sharing this with what it's done for me. And I know that, other people I've shared it with, they've also gotten some amazing results. So I'm like, all right, I say we go do this. So with that being said, what we experienced was nothing short of a miracle. But instead of me going into all the details of exactly, what has happened for me, what I'd like to do is basically share with you some other stories so you can hear what it's done for them. So with that being said, I'm going to turn it over to Jennifer Gray. Jenny, you out there?
I am here. Thank you so much, Chris. And thank you, Brian. And I tell you, I'm super excited just hearing what Brian shared. I don't know about you, but I'm already so excited. I've been involved with this company for 3 years. I joined on a text message. There was no website. There was a coffee and Xanthromax. I'm telling you, we are the pioneers. Super excited what a story we'll tell for a long time coming. And what drew me here really is I love this industry. I've been in the industry before. I've taken it seriously before. Actually, I've probably grown as a person so much through this industry because I would never be right now sharing on a Zoom. The greatest thing I've gotten out of this is personal growth. And I think personal growth is so important because I believe that each and every one of us are created to advance. And life, in my 20s when I got involved with this kind of industry, I've noticed now I'm in my 50s, I'm in my golden years, my great years, right? that I've noticed that, my goodness me, a lot of people don't grow, you know, you don't keep growing in life and people get stuck and all that kind of thing. So what drew my husband and I are building this together. We're very vision focused people. So what really drew us here was the vision, the culture. I love the culture here. I think it's what sets us apart from any other company. I've been involved with another couple companies before, and I've really poured into it. Really, I'm a committed person. I'm not a hopper. I don't jump around and all that kind of thing, but I've never won in the way that my husband and I have experienced in this company. And in so many ways, in our marriage, we've been married 33 years, you know, our marriage is getting stronger. You know, our health is our wealth today, you guys. We have a phenomenal product, a life-changing product. And I was not a coffee drinker, but I've always been very passionate about health and wellness. And I love our coffee. I love the Xanthamax. I love the Keto Cray. You guys, if you've not tried the Keto Cray, you got to put it with your coffee. It's another level. So what drew us here was really the culture and getting together with like-minded people, because especially today with all the craziness going on in the world, it's so important that we get ourselves aligned with like-minded people, because we need each other in an isolated world today where people are lonely and people are going through a lot of things out there. So I'm going to conclude, just say what I see that we're doing here is we're building an ark. And I believe we need to get as many people on the ark. And I think that it's really important that we build something around what we're doing in our work, what we do on an everyday basis, because residual income, side gig, the network marketing industry is a huge way the future is going. So I just want to say, you know, look a little deeper. The person that invited you on today, look a little deeper into this company. You'll find integrity. You'll find a very sound leadership where there's humility. To me, humility is everything. I don't like the big egos, the arrogance and all that kind of thing. I don't think it's attractive, but you'll find people are authentic here. And I'm not just saying that. I'm not a salesperson. I'm very intuitive. I don't just join anything. And I'm extremely passionate. And I love all of the people that hang around here. And we're like a big family. So I just say, look deeper and enjoy the products and just persevere. If you're not feeling something right away, just commit to it for 3 months and see where it takes you. Thanks so much for having me.
Awesome. Thank you, Jenny. So now we are going to go over to Connie. Connie, are you out there?
I'm right here.
Hello, Connie.
Hi.
What has you all excited about this happy coffee everyone's talking about?
Well, I tell you what, it's the best thing I've done for my health. I'm 60 years old. I'm a mom, a wife, a grandmother. I keep 3 babies 4 days a week that are my grandbabies, 3 and under. And I have the energy to do that. And I keep the 4th one sometimes. I help my mom who's dealing with dementia. But the way I got started, my niece, Michelle, is a nurse, and she just called me out of the blue one day and she said, Connie, if I send you some coffee samples, will you try them? And I said, sure. I love my niece. I trust her. Of course I'm going to try them. And I was like, coffee? She knows I love coffee. And she said, you're number 1 on my list to try this. And I said, why? And she said, because of your feet. Because I had plantar fasciitis and heel spurs and had dealt with it for more than a decade. I destroyed my feet on concrete floors through my work. And I slept in boots for plantar fasciitis. I ate ibuprofen all day long. I used a TENS unit. I rolled my feet on frozen water bottles. I spent 2 to 3 hours literally a day managing pain. And so she knew that these products would help me. So I didn't see the benefit of the Xanthamax wrongly. And so I just tried the coffee for a month. Well, the first day I tried it, what she didn't know is I was dealing with depression and anxiety, which is not me. I am a bubbly glass half full person. And I was so depressed and had been for about 6 months, and nobody but my husband knew it. And the first day I drank the coffee, my depression symptoms and anxiety were completely gone. And I know that might not happen that fast for everybody, but it did for me. And I have not had one depressed day in a year and a half that I've been on these products. It's amazing. It's been life-changing for me. And since adding the Xanthamax, I was on the Xanthamax for less than 2 months, and my feet are completely healed, you guys. That's my experience. I don't sleep in a boot. I don't even know how to turn on my TENS unit anymore. I have saved money because I was spending money on acupuncture and chiropractic, and now I hardly ever have to go. So what I love is I joined the company because I was telling everybody my story, and I kept, trying to send them to Michelle, and they didn't, want to go to somebody else. They knew me. They wanted to trust me. So I joined the company, and I thought, well, I'll pay for my products. But you guys, it's done way beyond that. My expectations have been just blown out of the water. I'm not making six figures yet, but that's okay because I have a very busy life with family right now that need me. And what I love is this culture. These people love you where you are. My dad passed away this past year. They were there for me, praying for me and supporting me. And I just want to say that if anybody's looking for an opportunity to have an online business, this company, these people, this leadership will blow you away. So love you guys and thank you for the opportunity.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Connie. And now we are going to go over to Florida too. I don't know if we're going to get one or two, but Sean McLean, might be Sean and Kim, who knows?
What's up, brother? Yeah, Kim says she's not dressed for video. She just finished with the dishes. But we're usually both on at the same time. What's up, guys? Sean McLean, beautiful North Florida. And our story is very similar to Jenny and Connie. We just had a friend reach out and he said, hey, do you trust me? And I'm like, yeah, what's up? And he started sharing some information about an idea for this new company. And he jumped on a Zoom call much like this with just 4 or 5 other people. 2 days later, I found myself in Dallas, Texas, drinking this coffee. I didn't even know it was coffee. And wow, totally rocked my world, changed our lives. It actually saved our marriage. On the outside, everybody just thinks, oh, this is the most positive couple we know, blah, blah, blah. And we are. But at home, in the car, boy, it was a rough time. And I don't think we would have made it to 21 years that summer had we not found this product. We just had, August was 24 for us. So we got 25 right around the corner. And I can tell you, it's not, like we weren't on meds, we weren't like depressed and all that kind of stuff. But what it's done for us, it's just taken that edge off. It's brought our happy back naturally and just allowed us to be who we were before we just got in that rut. And, it's funny. My wife wasn't a coffee drinker. Me, I'll drink a pot. I'll just make it and keep drinking it. She never drank. Our entire marriage, all I wanted to do was sit on the porch and drink a cup of coffee with her and, watch the sun come up. And she would never do it. Well, now she drinks. And guys, I got to tell you, it lit me up and totally changed my life in the first 4 or 5 days. But for her, she didn't have that effect. For her, it was much slower. It was much different. She dropped 5 pant sizes in the first 3 or 4 months, which is, here's the crazy part. It was only 5 pounds. So that Xanthamax that everybody's talking about, that happy capsule, it's insane for inflammation. I'm not going to get into what all it does, but I can tell you this, it's life-changing. And that 5 pounds may not sound like a lot until you're naked, and it makes a big difference, I promise. Get on the products, guys. You just got to try it out for yourself. Don't take our word for it. Get out there, try the dose, and see how you like it.
Awesome stuff. Thank you so much for sharing. Now I got a visual of until you're naked. So guys, what I love so much about what we're doing is because of the simplicity of our system, which we're about to go over, people have had just such amazing results. Connie actually explained almost perfectly what we do in terms of training. So to give you an idea, we grew this thing so fast that we realized that the name of the company doesn't even align with what we've done in the culture and the community that we've done. So guys, what we're excited about on Saturday is you're going to be able to see the rollout of the new Happy Co. And that's who we are. And what I want to share with you, and I'm sure you would agree, during these crazy times, online in e-commerce has never been more prevalent than it is right now. And what we're doing is we're switching over into a more e-commerce friendly environment where imagine you just being able to share your story like Connie did and send someone to a website, and the website has them experience something to where they're like, oh my gosh, I need to try this stuff. And we hired the #1 branding company in the world that has 13 companies that already have billion-dollar brands that they've helped create, and they have set up our e-commerce platform. So let me share a little bit about what we do. So you already heard about the products, and it almost sounds miraculous. And I want to be very clear, the products don't actually heal you or cure a disease. But what happens when you put the right stuff in your body, it's amazing what the body starts to do. And you experience things like what Connie did, right? And we hear story after story just like that. And there's many people just like you that might be experiencing things that you don't even know about. And so let me go over our system real quick. So we have a very simple 4-step system. Now we do have rules, by the way. Rule number 1 is be normal. What we don't want you to do is all of a sudden become a weird salesperson and try to convince people that this is, hey, and push stuff on people, because nobody likes to basically be pushed into things, but people love to buy things that bring them value. So rule number 2 is you got to have fun. Can we agree people already have lives of whatever they experience in their life, where they're on their job and all that? It might not be considered the most fun. Well, what we've done is we like to create a really fun environment in what we do. So let me share why our company has grown so fast. Because we have a system that anyone can do. And it really boils down to 4 things that we do. 1, be a product of the product. In other words, drink coffee, be happy. I know we have some people, you heard, Sean say, well, I don't, my wife doesn't drink coffee. Well, guess what? We have a tea. For the people that don't like tea, we have a capsule that does everything that the coffee does in a capsule. It's amazing. So we have something for everyone. So whether it be children, it could be, from 6 to 60 or 7 to 70 or 8 to 80. It doesn't really matter how old you are or what. We have products that will work for you. So 1, drink coffee, be happy, or take whatever product makes you happy, right? Whatever you like to do that. And then number 2, what happens for most people is they start to experience something special, and everyone's different. But what I can tell you is that I don't know many people that have been on this product for at least 30 days and didn't notice something dramatic in their life. So with that, basically share your story. Well, I said you have to be normal. Well, how are you going to share? You're not going to tackle people at the gas pump and share your story, right? Well, what happens is your friends and family are going to start noticing a difference in you. They're going to start noticing a different energy, a different zest in your life, which we also have a lemon flavor product called Zest, right? And with that being said, basically when you start, if you're a product of the product and you're happier than you normally are, people notice it. And when you just ask a couple questions, and so you're going to get full training right now, and it's going to take me less than a minute because Connie did most of it for me. So you're going to ask a question. Hey, do you know anybody that drinks coffee or tea? Would you agree everyone knows people that drink coffee or tea? And then you're going to ask, hey, do you know anybody could use a little bit more happy in these crazy times? And again, you're going to guaranteed you're going to get a yes. Question number 3 is, have you heard about the happy coffee everyone's been talking about? And what I can share with you is that everyone that's taking our products ends up talking about the products. And that's why we say that everyone's talking about. And what you're going to find is that over 90% of the time, we found that people, when you say, have you heard about the happy coffee everyone's talking about from a happy place, they're going to say, happy coffee, what is that? And that's when you share your story. And you share where you were before and what it did for you. And then what you're going to do is you're going to say, you know what? There's a 3-minute video that explains it way better than I can. Hey, there's a sample I want to give to you. If I give you a sample, can you try it for me? Just like Connie said. hey, there's a Facebook group that I want to add you to. You got to see these stories. So guys, that's step 3. So we already went through 1, 2, and 3, which is use a tool. Don't be a tool. We don't expect you to be a scientist and explain how when you take these products, this causes you to balance out your hormones and then your brain secretes dopamines. I couldn't even spell or even pronounce dopamine and serotonin and oxytocin, all that stuff. So you don't have to be a scientist or be weird, right? You just be you, share what the product did for you, share a tool, and then step 4, you just ask them, hey, can you see why I'm so excited? And then they're going to say yes. And you say, awesome. So what did you like most? Is there anything else you need to know before you're ready to be happy? And for some people, you might say, hey, where you want to be happy and make extra money or just be happy? Because what happens, many people, just like Connie, everyone ends up telling people about it. So you have a choice like Connie did. You can either tell people about it and refer them to somebody else and let them get paid, or you can tell people about it and you can get paid. Either way, it's good with us. But what I can share with you is most people aren't allergic to extra money. And they say, hey, you mean I can get paid to do what I'm already going to do? You were already trained on what to do by someone sharing their story, sharing a website, adding you to a Facebook group, sharing a sample. And then instead of you answering all the questions. So if they say, well, what's in it? I just say, you know what? I have no idea. All kinds of good stuff that makes you happy. I drink the stuff. I feel great. But I tell you what, let me introduce you to my friend Brian. He can explain what's in it way better than I can. Hey, let me introduce you to Sean. He can tell you about all the ingredients, all the stuff. I don't have to know anything. And that's why we were able to take this company and grow it to the numbers that you heard Brian sharing. It's because everyone can do it. So with that being said, we find there's only 2 types of people that get started. So some of y'all are going to be like, well, how do you get paid? It's pretty simple. You tell people about it when they order. You get paid not only one time, but every single month that they order. And then when they start referring other people, there's an override you can make there. That's the comp plan. It's pretty simple. Do stuff, you get paid. Don't do stuff, you don't get paid. It's pretty simple there. So this is what we find. There's only 2 types of people that jump on these calls. One, you just want to be happy. You're not looking to make extra money, and that's cool. We love you where you are. Hey, get on the products and be happy. Be the best version of yourself. You're a number 1. So give it the person, invite you on this call, say, I'm a 1. I just want to be happy. And a number 2 is somebody that says, you know what? I can do that whole, I'm going to tell people about it anyway. Like, I'm not allergic to extra money. I can do that. That simple system Connie explained as she just shared her story. I can do that. So you're a number 2. If you want to get paid to do what you're already going to do for free, give it the person, I invite you on this call and let them know you're a number 2 and get started. With that being said, we appreciate you all spending a little time with us. I want you to get on the phone with whoever invited you on this call and thank them for caring enough about you to share exactly what's going on with this. And if you want to see the big picture and why we're so excited about the future and where we're going, you do not want to miss 11 o'clock Central Time, which is going to be, there's a link that the person invites you that will give you. I think now I just forgot the link, but it's something 21 or whatever. It's really simple stuff, and they can send you a Facebook page. See that? You don't have to be great to do this. If I can do it, anybody can do it. And this is the best part. You can do this while you're living and for a living, right? So like I literally have my food I'm about to throw on the grill. It doesn't take a whole lot of extra time. It's something you're already doing. So it's so cool. Give the person, invite you on this. Check out Saturday morning, see why we're so excited and where we're going as a company. It's going to be epic. With that being said, thank you for jumping on the call and have a great night.
Thank you.
Night, everyone.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you, Chris.
Thank you.
Bye.
Thank you,
Thank you, everyone.
Thank
Thank you,
you.
Chris.
Thank you.
Thanks, everyone.